What's going on, everybody? Back from vacation. I was in Nashville, Tennessee, had fun, but it's time to get back to work. So today's going to be a little different video than normal. I'm going to be doing kind of a how-to. I know most of my stuff is kind of how-to videos, but this is kind of, I'm going to go a little in depth in this. I'm going to be designing a cross member to go over the drive shaft. I like to draw everything out so I can get it in my head of what it's going to look like first. It's a lot easier that way for me to visualize it, and I can get my angles right. For stuff like this, can't really guess. It's got to be pretty exact. So I'm going to bring you in closer. I'll kind of show you my drawing and explain to you how I did it. Alright, so here's my drawing of what it's going to look like when it's finished. I'm not going to explain to you how I did the drawing. I kind of lost track and was going to show you the whole process, but once I got into it, I kind of forgot to film. So I'll explain to you what I did. So what I start with is, I know I'm 25 1/4 wide on the chassis, so what I'll do is mark up from the bottom of the table so I know we're level across, and then I'll make a line all the way across the bottom. Okay, and then once I do that, I'll measure up to the highest point of what I need, and I'll just make a line. Then I come back and I'll find the center of my lowest point, or of the lower point. So I'll find the center line, I'll draw a straight line like so. After I find my center line, I know that I'm using 2x3 tube, or square tube. So what I do then is I'll usually just use a scrap chunk, lay it to my bottom line here, draw it across over here, same thing over here, and then I'll take a straight edge and draw it across. So I'll have my bottom section there. Once the bottom section's done, I'll do the same with the top. I'll lay one here, draw my lines, and then I can kind of figure out how I want to lay out my angles and what I want it to look like. This way is super easy to do. It takes a little bit more work, but it's a lot easier than guessing, and this way I know exactly what it's going to turn out like when it's done. So as you can see, I got all this chamfered. I'm going to go ahead and tack it up. Alright, so there it is, all put together. It's not tacked or anything, but this way I know my saw cuts crooked, and every saw for that matter is not going to cut the exact degree you want unless you got a frickin' $1 million saw. This way I can get all my gaps. As you can see, it's gapped right here. That's just because the saw didn't cut the exact degree I wanted it to. So I got the majority of it tacked up. I got the first two on there. I'm gonna get the bottom ones tacked up. The good thing about this is you know what you drew is what you need. So like this, I cut this a little long. So now I know that I need to cut a 1/4 inch off this. I'm gonna check this one. And this one is the same thing. I need to cut about a 1/4 inch off. So I'm going to do that, and then I'll get this tacked back up, and then I'm going to weld it out, and it'll be ready to install in the truck. So it's in place. Looks pretty good. Project's coming along. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Did something a little different than normal. I kind of wanted to get in depth with the process that I do. I do the same process with all my frame rails as well. Super nice to be able to kind of see what they're going to look like before they're in the truck. But other than that, guys, thanks everybody for watching. If you guys want to see more stuff like this, just let me know. I like doing stuff like this, but I don't know if I'm the best explainer. So if you guys want to see more videos, let me know. Like it up, subscribe. We'll have another video coming this weekend. Thanks everybody. Peace.